The Federal Reserve, the most powerful financial institution on the planet, just stood in front of the world and said three words that should terrify every American with a mortgage, a credit card, or a 401k. We don't know. That's not clickbait. Fed Chair Jerome Powell, March 2026, said uncertainty is, and I quote, unusually elevated. That's Fed speak for we have no clue what's coming next. So here's the deal. If the people running America's economy are this confused, what does that mean for your wallet? Should you lock in a mortgage? Pay down debt? Freak out about your 401k? I'm going to break it all down. Real data, no BS, and an actual playbook you can use. Let's get into it. All right, so here's the situation. The Fed's job is supposed to be simple. Keep inflation low, keep unemployment low. But right now, those two goals are at war with each other, and the Fed is stuck in the middle like a deer in headlights. One side, oil is sitting near $100 a barrel. Why? Iran conflict. When oil spikes, everything gets more expensive. Gas, groceries, shipping. Inflation stays hot. Core PCE is at 2.8%, still above the Fed's 2% target. That means they can't cut rates. Cutting now would be like taking your foot off the brake while you're still sliding toward a cliff. Other side, February jobs report was ugly. We lost 92,000 jobs, unexpectedly. When jobs disappear, the textbook move is to cut rates, make borrowing cheaper, get the economy moving again. So you got one side screaming hike and the other side screaming cut, and the Fed is paralyzed. J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs both called this Fed paralysis in their March research notes. That's not some random YouTuber saying it. That's Wall Street. And the market is reflecting the chaos. Right now, traders are pricing in a 50% chance of a rate hike by October. Not a cut, a hike. 6 months ago, everyone was betting on cuts. Powell knows he's in an impossible spot, and when he says uncertainty is unusually elevated, that's not humility, that's a warning. So let's talk about what this means for you. I'm going to break this into 3 buckets. Figure out which one you are in. Most of you are in all 3. Bucket 1, homeowners and buyers. If you're waiting for mortgage rates to drop before you buy or refi, I got bad news. Rates are at 5.98% right now, and they're not going lower anytime soon. Why? Because mortgage rates follow the Fed, and the Fed is stuck, maybe even hiking. Here's the trap. You hear 5.98% and think, maybe I'll wait for 5%. That wait could be long. If the Fed hikes, we could see 7% by end of year. The honest take? If you find a house that fits your budget at today's rates, buy the house, not the rate. You can refinance later. You can't go back and buy at today's price. Bucket 2, credit card holders. All right, this one's urgent. Average credit card APR is over 20% right now. Let that sink in. If you're carrying $5,000 in debt, you're paying $1,000 a year just in interest before you touch the principal. Credit card rates are tied to the Fed funds rate. Fed rate isn't going down, so your APR isn't going down. Here's the brutal truth. Paying off 20% credit card debt is a better return than any investment you can make right now. No stock, no crypto, nothing gives you a guaranteed 20% return. If you have high-interest credit card debt, that's your number 1 priority. Not investing, not saving. Pay that down. Bucket 3, 401k and investors. Markets hate uncertainty. When the Fed doesn't know what it's doing, big money gets defensive. That means volatility. Big swings. Your 401k balance is going to look scary. Here's what not to do. Panic sell. Locking in losses during volatility is the number 1 mistake regular investors make. What to do? Check your allocation. Make sure you're not overexposed to risky stuff. And remember, short-term pain, long-term game. This uncertainty won't last forever. All right, let's talk about what the big money is doing. Because J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs aren't just describing the problem, they're giving their clients a playbook. You deserve to see it too. 1. Cash. Institutional cash positions hit 4.3%, highest in 6 years. Translation, the smart money is keeping dry powder. They're not all in, they're waiting for clarity. 2. Where they're putting money. 3 things. Energy stocks. Oil at $100, Energy companies print money. Infrastructure, insulated from rate moves. Short-term treasuries, 3-month T-bills paying 4.5%, almost zero risk. 3. What they're avoiding. Long-term bonds. If rates hike, these get crushed. Consumer discretionary. Retail, travel, restaurants. If consumers get squeezed, these get hit first. Can you do exactly what Goldman does? No, but you can apply the same principles at your level. Let me show you how. 3 things. Do them this week, not someday, this week. Step 1. Kill your credit card debt. Log into every credit card you have. Write down the balance and the APR. If any card is above 20%, and most are, that balance is your enemy. It's compounding against you every single day. Even throwing an extra $200 a month at your highest rate card makes a massive difference. In this environment, eliminating guaranteed losses is the smartest move you can make. Step 2. Rebalance your 401k. I'm not telling you to pull money out. I'm not telling you to stop contributing. What I am telling you, log into your 401k and look at your allocation. If you're heavy in long-term bonds or consumer stocks, those are exactly the areas Wall Street is pulling out of. Use your plan's tools. Target date funds are fine if you don't want to mess with it. Just make sure you're not overexposed to the wrong stuff. Step 3. Build your cash buffer. 3 to 6 months of living expenses, sitting in a high-yield savings account, not a checking account. Right now, high-yield rates are between 4 and 5%. That's not exciting, but it means if your income gets disrupted, and with 92,000 jobs lost last month, that's not a crazy thought. You don't have to raid your 401k or go deeper into credit card debt to survive. Think of your cash buffer as your financial immune system. Don't skip it. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The Fed is stuck. The economy is in a weird spot. Uncertainty is real. But here's what I need you to remember. Uncertainty creates fear, and fear creates mistakes. The people who get hurt in moments like this are the ones who either ignore it or panic. You're neither. You're informed, you have a plan. This uncertainty won't last forever. Oil won't stay at $100 forever. The Fed will eventually figure it out. When clarity returns, markets reward the people who stayed prepared and patient. So prepare, don't panic. If this video helped you understand what's really going on with your money, hit that like button. It helps this channel reach more people who need this info. Subscribe if you haven't already. This situation is going to keep evolving, and I'll keep breaking it down in plain English. And drop a comment. Type the word stuck if you're feeling the squeeze from all this. I read every comment. Your question might become the next video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.